10 interesting facts about the papacy. Number 10. The absolute power of the pontifical authority. It should remember that the Pope is the sovereign in the state of the Vatican City, the head of the Holy See, and the supreme authority in the Catholic Church. In fact, the Pope is the king and the authoritarian. Theoretically, he is an absolute monarch who has no superior above him. When Pope Benedict XVI resigned from his office in 2013, he didn't give his resignation to anyone. He simply stated it, and that's it. The Pope can change any decision made by the bishops who are his delegates to the world. Number 9. The Antipope. Did you know that there is such a thing as the Antipope? In short, it's a person who has been illegally planted on the papal throne. In other words, it's someone who by some group of people is considered to be a legitimate pope. As a rule, the cases of antipopes were the result of political or theological disputes. The first antipope was the Roman Hippolyte, who lived at the turn of the 2nd and 3rd centuries. Despite his roles as antipope, he was later able to become a saint. Number 8. The Test of Manliness. It is said that somewhere in the Vatican Museum there is a strange wooden throne which has a hole in the middle of the seat. And to be clear, it's not a toilet. While the world doesn't know any evidence of this tradition, the legend is too interesting not to share. Apparently, hundreds of years ago, fearing that a woman would sit on a papal throne dressed up as a man, cardinals introduced the custom of confirming the masculinity of the chosen pope. A Vatican official would check whether everything was in place while the Holy Father was supposed to say the following formula: he has 2 kernels that hang properly. Number 7. The Conclave and Rules. A conclave is a gathering of cardinals to select a new pope. It usually takes place 15 to 20 days after the abdication or death of the previous head of church, so that the cardinals have enough time to come to Rome. The solution to choosing a new pope was introduced in 1059 in an effort to make sure that the process was fair. John Paul II established the principle that for a new pope to sit on the throne, 50% of the votes cast must be in the candidate's favor. Benedict XVI later returned to the traditional rule that in order to be the new pope, you needed to receive 2/3 of the vote. Number 6. Recidivist Pope. An interesting figure in the history of the papacy was Benedict IX. He was born in Rome around the year 1012 and held his office 3 times. He became pope for the first time at the age of 20 due to a bribe from his father. By 1048, he had become pope twice more. During the 3rd appointment as pope, he was no longer interested in maintaining his office and decided to renounce the throne for money in favor of another candidate. He was later excommunicated for trading in church offices. Number 5. The Papal Prophecy. When Benedict XVI resigned from office, the world remembered a prophecy which said that after a short pontificate, the time of the Black Pope would come, and the end of the world would come shortly afterwards. The author of the divination was a holy clairvoyant, Bishop Malachi from Armagh, who lived in the 12th century. In his prophecy, the Pope is not mentioned by name, but described in short sentences. The sentence from the work of the sun was assigned to John Paul II because his father, Karol Wojtyła, who was a captain in the Polish armed forces, was born and buried on the day of the solar eclipse. According to a prophecy, Benedict was followed by the time of the last pope named. Number 4. Time Person of the Year. You will probably associate the title of Time Person of the Year as an award granted to a person or group of people who has had the greatest influence on the world in the past year. In 2013, Francis III Pope became such a person and won the title. Before him, in 1994, John Paul II became the Man of the Year, and in 1962, it was John the 23rd. Number 3. The Pope who wasn't a priest. Contrary to popular belief, you don't need to be a priest to become a pope. The only requirements are that you need to be a man who was baptized in the Catholic Church. Leon X was a cardinal and a member of the College of Cardinals. He was still heavily involved in the church, but had not risen to the rank of priest. In 1513, when he was elected to be pope, it was possible to perform these offices without being ordained a priest. In this case, he was given the opportunity after he was cast on the Vatican throne. Number 2. The Pope by Chance. The Cardinal Jacques Fournier was accidentally appointed to be the Pope in 1333. The majority of the conclave wanted to appoint a different man. They wanted him to swear in advance to agree not to return the papacy to Rome. However, he refused to make that promise. Therefore, in order to see how the votes of other cardinals would turn out, Most of them voted in the first round for a person who, in their opinion, had no chance to win. Only, there were so many cardinals voting for Jacques Fournier that it gave him the papal throne, and so he became Benedict XII. Number 1. Is coffee the drink of the devil? In Italy in 1600, Pope Clementine VIII's counselor suggested to him that drinking coffee that came to Rome from the Ottoman Empire should be considered a sin. They claimed that it was the drink of the devil. The Pope said that he would try it himself first, and he liked it so much that he said that not only Muslim people should enjoy drinking it. Since then, coffee has become well established in Italy. Thanks so much for watching this video. Like it, subscribe to this channel, and comment down below.